Okay, so welcome everybody. I am going to be building a VR-ready PC, and I think some people need to be, you know, I would say be honest. Building a PC is not like building a robot. I think a lot of people assume that it's super complicated and, you know, prohibitively difficult to do. Once you figure out how the parts fit together, it's actually not that hard. You just need to do some research, read up on what you're getting. So for this particular rig, I wanted to make sure that I was kind of pulling out all the stops because I already have a PC. The PC I'm recording this on right now clearly has already been built. So I want this one to sort of outstripe kind of what I have now. I'm going to show you some of the parts that I'm using. I'll actually cut to, throughout this video and the subsequent videos, I will cut to kind of a time lapse of me building it. So you'll see the tower that I'm going to use. In that, it is a Corsair Carbide Air 540. And here is, I will show you the booklet for that. Now the thing about this one, the reason I got it, it's actually a cube. So, and it comes with 3 case fans. Case fans are kind of important because you have to buy them separately. They don't always fit naturally into the actual PC. So, but it's actually a big cube, and you'll see it here in a minute. I'm going to show you some of the other stuff. So the first thing, the thing you want to start with when you're figuring out what kind of PC you want to build, is you want to begin. First of all, you have to think about what do you want to use your PC for? Do you want to use it for gaming? Do you want to use it for video editing? Do you want to use it for, you just want something like really basic that you can, use Google Docs or something on? This is going to be VR rig, so this needs to be really, really powerful. The motherboard I'm using is, let's see if you can see that, is the Z170 Pro Gaming motherboard. It has all kinds of awesome stuff on it. It's DDR4 RAM, which is sort of kind of the newer RAM. RAM is the memory that the computer uses to do tasks, but it is separate from the processor. And I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of super detailed stuff here because I think most of the people who are interested in this video are already going to know it. So I just want to kind of show building it. So this is my motherboard right here. And then the processor that I'm going with is the Intel i7 Z6700. This is a pretty powerful, 4 gigahertz thing. And the reason that I'm going with the i7 instead of the i5 is because I don't want to have to make another PC for a while, because this one let's just say any money that I earned from teaching this class recently is gone. So thank you, University of Kentucky, for building me a PC. I appreciate that. Let's see. So this is the RAM that's going to go in it. It's just going to be 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, and you need to buy RAM sticks in pairs. In case you didn't know that, they need to match, and that is, so if you want 16 gigabytes of RAM, you buy 2 8 gigabyte matching sticks. Generally speaking, you'll see me unwrap those in the actual video, but generally speaking, the 2 sticks are, you want them to be made by the same company. You don't have to do that, but it's just, you want everything, you want the speed on them to match up. These are 3200 is the speed on these. And let's see, of course I have really cheap USB stick because I decided to skimp on that. Let's skimp on something. And then the piece de resistance. GeForce 1080 Founder Edition. The reason I got this one, it only has 1 fan on it, and I'll show you when I unwrap it over there. But you can overclock it. It's a little loud, but you can get it up pretty fast. So for those of you who don't know, the graphics card or the GPU is sort of what does all the most of the graphical work on your computer. It's what renders video games. It actually helps you do video editing. It helps you do anything where you're rendering images on your screen. Okay. Then some kind of the nuts and bolts stuff. Got a water cooler. I got a lot of Corsair products this time. Usually I use other things, but I figured might as well try them out. So I got this the water cooler, the H100i V2. Okay, so you can water cool your computers. It's not like you're drenching them with water. You have a self-contained pump and water that circulates between the pump and the sort of area you want to cool. Usually you have it touching you have a metal plate touching the metal plate in your processor, which is the brain of your computer, basically, the CPU. So you have those touching, and the water circulates, never actually coming in contact with any of these computer parts, but it circulates and it sort of diffuses heat, kind of gets heat away from the CPU, because computer parts run faster when they're colder. That's how processor chips work. And so that's why, like, if you ever go in a server room, it'll be air conditioned. Everything, they're trying to make those work as efficiently as possible. And then I got this badass, gigantic power unit. The little 80 thing right here, that is sort of an environmental rating, so it's only bronze, but it's okay. It's okay. I do what I can. So I'm gonna begin putting these things together, and I'll see you in like 3 hours when I'm when I'm done with this.